Difficulties. Here we go. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Going live. Just make sure we're good. Give me a second, people. All right. Here we go. How you doing? Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. I hope everybody out there is actually getting a load and rocking and rolling. How is everybody today? All right. Once again, it's Christian with Voyager Nation Super Trucker Podcast. What we do here is put good content in front of owner operators, especially owner operators to be who are looking to actually jump in and get their own truck. Wealth of information here, and also subscribe to that Super Trucker Podcast. And what that's going to actually do is give you tons of information. Just make sure you hit the bell icon so you actually get preview to all the content we drop. Wealth of information there to help you along your journey. This is about putting good information, sharing the information of everything that we've gone through as an industry, and so that you can improve your odds of becoming very, very successful. So here we go. So give it a minute for people to join. Smash that like button, share, subscribe. It helps the algorithm put this in front of the right people. Again, because we're not paid by anybody. So, but unless they want to start sending checks, we're open to that as well. But in the meantime, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All right, guys. So what we actually do, put a bunch of questions together for that we actually receive across multimedia platforms that we have, and then we just address them every day, 9 a.m. So here we are, getting it done. Good morning, Mr. Mike. How are you, sir? All right. So here we go. All right. So before we actually jump in, give an opportunity for people to jump in. For those who are out there, remember, updating your medical cards could become a problem. So make sure you are collecting the long form once you are, if you've actually done your renewed your medical card within the last few weeks. You definitely want to make sure that you're getting the long form at the clinic. You may need it in the near future, simply because, again, Florida is a little backed up, so you don't want to end up with a pending suspension. I've seen it happen. Actually, two of my guys here on the fleet. So, it got resolved before any major issue, but nevertheless, make sure you're asking for that long form. All right, cool. Maybe is anybody out there that it's happened to you? So let us know in the comments and see, so others can avoid any kind of issues. All right. So some of the questions that we get out there, we'll jump right in. All right. So we got a question right here. What's more important to your company, building freight relationships or recruiting owner operators? So here's the thing. They're both equally important. You just really, on a surface level, yeah, it'd be nice and cute to just answer just owner operators or just, whichever way. But the idea is, like, they go hand in hand in order for any growth to happen. Relationships in this industry are the most important part, right? Again, we always say it all the time. We are in the people business. So having those relationships with the customers, right? It has to be where they're paying enough for the owner operator to win. That's that real relationship. You never want to get caught up in a situation where you have like a fake relationship where that customer is paying you a shitty rate, but just because you have it, you somehow fall in love with the idea to keep that customer in your portfolio at whatever cost, and you're losing owner operators every week because you're dishing out less desired, cheap ass freight. So again, it's got to be this nice relationship where that kind of, you got to massage that into it. Has to be profitable for the owner operator in order for any of that to make sense. All right. And even with the owner operators, here we go. That is another partnership. That is another relationship that needs attention, right? One of the biggest things that you have to be able to do there is have a level of adaptability to ensure that your business is gonna expand and grow, and you're making money. Cash flow is everything to your business. So why not make sure that whatever relationship you're having, it includes that adaptability in the event that there's shifts in the market, as it will happen. But that relationship with your dispatcher and owner operator, I think, is the most important piece to the puzzle. That affects your bottom line directly. That is what controls the cash flow, and it can make or it can break you. So those are, there's one is not more important than the other. I really do think they do go hand in hand. But again, we are 100% owner operator based company. So the value to that is that we don't introduce those company trucks so that you don't have that additional headache as to they're getting loads before you are, or they're getting the better loads. So here we go. All right. I got people out there. So anybody chime in, comments, any questions? Remember, we answer them here on the show. Anything that can help a future owner operator to be, what to look for, what to consider. We're open to ideas and discussing them here on the channel. All right. All right. All right. So another one is, and again, this is geared for owner operators, current guys who are actually looking to improve their situation. So if you are that, 863-342-5171. We are here to help. Actually got a lot of perks and programs. Good morning, Sam. A lot of perks and programs that will help you increase your business and improve your situation for sure. So give us a call, 863-342-5171. All right, so a lot of owner operators who maybe are in a current lease with a carrier that is not as beneficial as being being in a lease with Voyager Nation may have this question, or certain guys that are getting into the business and buying their first truck are going to have these type of questions. So what kind of back office support do we handle? So the beauty, we do everything. So what we do here is basically the following, right? We're going to handle the billing, the factoring, the compliance, the safety. We're providing trailers. So everything that you would have to be responsible for, the beauty of it is leasing on as a carrier, you're going to be shifting that responsibility onto us. And what that allows you to do is focus on what you do best, getting to the delivery point safely, getting to your delivery without any kind of OS&Ds and all the details that matter there. Like it's a perfectly executed delivery, which is going to benefit you in the long run. So now what you're doing is, a lot of guys that are doing this for the first time are looking to do everything at once and not really understanding the totality of it, of how much is involved in running your own authority. So guys, for those guys who are looking to do that, give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn about the program we have to offer. No one's telling you don't do what you're doing. We're just saying make that phone call so you have an additional option in front of you, in front of the table, because there just may be a better way to do business, and we have that solution. So 863-342-5171. I got Sam commenting, every truck driver should get a dash cam, best $100 investment in trucking. That is for sure. Guys, we recommend, and especially it's got to be that outward facing camera. No one's really interested in that inward facing. That's just my opinion, but definitely that is a massive investment, and something that would protect your business. Simply because even when there is an incident, let's say there's a crash and all that, it's so much easier that at that moment you can actually flash that video to the police on scene and the investigator on scene, and then whatever is going to happen next is based on actual footage and facts. And then you can prove your case there, because it's so much different than for a police report to be written in a certain way and then trying to change that later and convince people of some alternative outcome. So guys, make that investment. It will protect your business. So that is a must, and that is a for sure thing to have. A lot of places are offering it through the ELD programs and all of that, but I just say equip yourself with your very own, just like Sam's talking about. $100 dash cam on there. They're old school on the SD cards, and you're good to go. All right. All right, so here we go. Do you help owner operators with compliance on if the IRP and permits, or is it all on me? So a lot of these questions drum up because once again, there are a lot of people in the market right now looking to purchase these trucks, and again, since it's new to them, they've never really gone through the process. So buying a plate, there's a lot of questions. They're under the impression they have to have their own DOT and MC and cargo liability insurance to do so. However, that is not necessary. You can have your own plate while you're leasing onto someone. There's a way to do that. It's just a simple way to fill out the form, and you have to just provide a little additional paperwork. Nothing out of this world. It's all been done before. It's only a problem if you've never done it. It sounds complicated when it actually is not. So if you find yourself in that situation and you're kind of stuck because it's almost time to actually pick up your new truck and you don't know how to get that bad boy plated, all you're really going to have at that point is going to be your temp tag to port the truck from the dealer to the house. And unfortunately, you cannot work with that plate. So time is of the essence because you have to get that truck under a load as quick as possible. Give us a call, 863-342-5171. We will be glad to assist you with that scenario. We do it time and time again, and making sure that efficiency is on your side. Guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, put this content in front of the right people. It will help the algorithm actually showcase this to my future owner operators to be, and current guys. And also subscribe. If you have not, please do so and hit that bell icon as well. All right, so IFTA is also provided, guys. It's under our program already. We talked a little bit about that yesterday. Caution for those who have opened their IFTAs and just never used them because the carrier, you showed up to orientation with your stickers and only to find out that the carrier offers it. So you kind of put it in your folder and you just kind of forget about it. It's not so much that it's not on your truck and that's it, that you've resolved an issue. Just be cautious out there, people. What happens is you have to actually advise them that it was your final filing, and you have to close that IFTA account. You can always reopen it later because you were under a carrier's IFTA. But at the end of the day, you don't want to find yourself suspended as far as the IRP goes because of because of a technicality. So pay attention to that. And again, that is the value of also leasing onto a carrier, just like Voyager Nation. All of this stuff is explained in orientation. The information is given to you, so we always keep you in the loop of things. That way you can actually run a successful business. All right. So the partnership has tremendous value for you. 863-342-5171. Give us a call and we'll be glad to explain everything that we do. So guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and smash that like button. It helps that algorithm get this content in front of the right people. All right. So here we go, guys. All right. So another major question. I don't know if this guy has some kind of issues already and whatnot, but here we go. If the DOT audits you, how does that affect me as a leased on owner operator? It's gonna have impact, but let me explain how. All right. One of the biggest things people need to understand is, like, we're all in it together, no matter what. All right, so let's kind of talk about how do you get there, right? How do you get to an audit? Usually, you get to an audit because you have an alert or a few alerts, and alerts are happening under different categories. It could be vehicle, it could be driver, but let's just say it's a vehicle or hours of service, right? So anytime guys are getting roadside inspections and all that, it's tacking on points, and as you get high enough, you're going to catch that alert. So the company in itself didn't get to an audit by itself, right? It's kind of this partnership that gets people there. So a lot of what we do is discuss all of that in orientation, and the processes that are in place are going to be to protect us from having that kind of scenario, because nobody needs an audit. And but that's where the compliance comes from, right? So for those guys who are running out there rogue, just kind of going everywhere and anywhere, disconnecting ELDs, PCing here, PCing there, calling to get get your hours back and so forth. Those are the guys that are going to find themselves in those audits. And yes, your name, when DOT comes, they're coming with names, right? So it has been my experience where you can almost guess what files they're going to want, because they're going to target the guys who actually have been stopped at scale houses, the guys who have caused those infractions, or it and here we go. So that's the togetherness. That's what it has to do with an owner operator. And even what's out there, guys, like check it out. DOT just actually removed DOT removed a couple of ELD providers off of their approved list because for those who don't know, DOT does have an approved list of what ELD systems you can use. So for whatever reason, we got Renaissance ELD. Bada bang, they gave them the boot. ELOG 42 got the boot. TTELD got the boot. So those guys are no longer on the approved list from DOT as reliable providers. So there you go. So whoever was using that, now they're scrambling to actually find change providers to somebody who is on that list. And in the comments, yeah, for sure, it can also be totally random, but that's not as common. Usually they're coming in for something's up, and that's why they're coming. So here you go. So next question is kind of related to this one as well, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. It helps the algorithm push these videos along. Remember, we're not getting paid by anybody, so this definitely helps us keep us motivated and pushing this along to my fellow owner operators and owner operators to be. So does your CSA score impact the ability to get loads under your authority? Yes, for sure. Yes. So that is directly correlated. That is definitely connected. Eventually this can be the demise of someone. So you have to be extremely careful with this. That's why policies and procedures are so important. And just keep in mind, man, there's a lot of chameleon carriers out there because of that, right? So that's the reason for that. And even that, like, let's not even talk about how severe this is. Like, let's just talk about like another situation. Trucking Made Successful is a pretty cool channel. Plug out to them. My hat goes off. She's got some pretty cool going on there. They're just going through some stuff, and she keeps people updated off of their accident, right? So just one accident alone, before it even gets to any of this stuff, right, can automatically affect what loads you're booking and so forth. So in that situation, it kind of snowballed out of control. But just something as simple as it's not as simple, but all your scores may be good, and let's say you get a cancellation on your insurance, or you're even coming up to your insurance renewal, guys. We've been there time and time again where, like clockwork, we renew our insurance, but you don't actually get that cert till the last minute. So you're getting it like at the last minute. Sometimes some situations strategically you're waiting for the best deal financially, and that comes at the in the ninth inning, at the ninth hour. Like it's the you're kind of waiting for the end, even though the insurance certificate ends at midnight. Some brokers and customers stop trying to do work with you like 7 days prior. And they know they're in the business, and that alone, nothing is wrong. It's just part of the process. And that alone right there, they're like, nah, man, we need the update insurance. Man, they don't give us that until it's time. That's not, and they want to stop giving you work. So it almost feels like they're just looking for a reason. So guys, that's how sensitive all of this stuff is. So if for those guys who are becoming first-time owner operators, or guys who are current owner operators, that is what our orientations are built around. Like, we share all this kind of shit with you because if you've never exposed to any of it, then you don't know. So your decision making isn't built around that because you don't know, and then you just think it's like some dumbass policy because nobody has anything better to do. But at the end of the day, it even depends on the size of the company. One event could weigh a lot more than something else, because think about it. So now you're a one-man army waiting on your insurance renewal. Let's just say because he's only got two hands and he can't be everywhere at once, he deals with one customer, one broker, let's say, for the majority of the time. And now they don't want to work with him. So now his pattern, his daily operation is put upside down because now he's got to barely start hunting for other customers to pick up loads. right? And so, and here you go, off of something that's back office work, simple paperwork, and it just, guys, everything matters in this business. Not only is it a penny business, but at the same time, it's pretty delicate in certain things, and a lot of guys don't see that, but that's what we're here to do, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon as well. That way you get notified when we drop videos. And for my people that are looking to improve their situation, it is 863-342-5171. Give us a call. We got a tremendously valuable owner operator program, a partnership that really works, and I definitely think you will improve your situation. So please give us a call, 863-342-5171. All right. So any questions out there? Has anybody gone through that? Let me know. You ever get a customer, not give you a load because they're waiting on a new insurance certificate, put everything on hold for you, even though you went through the exact same thing the year before, and it's just like clockwork, and it's just one of those things, guys. All right. All right, so I got a comment here. Are they looking at the company CSA in order to get work? Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's what they'll do. Just like that's why they run the DOT, the EMC. They'll definitely do that, Ernie. So what happens is, just like when we're booking loads and we run credit, we do that. That is also part of their procedure. They are looking at that for sure. So something that is an unsafe carrier, you're on their do not use list, and yeah, it can make or break. I've seen safety alerts. Big boys can lose major contracts for that. You know what I mean? So just as an example, let's say there's a carrier, and they haul for Lowe's or something like that. Um, that score gets high enough, Lowe's is too big. They're too big for them to take the risk to give them work, because it's a liability. When something goes wrong, Lowe's will have deeper pockets than than that carrier, and they're coming after them too. It's all just about minimizing liability. But yeah, customers will definitely look at that CSA score. All right. And again, there's different kinds of guys out there, man. Some guys won't give a shit, but again, they'll take advantage of that and not give you the premium rate, and so here you go. There's that, but yep, they do look. All right. Another question is, what happens if I get put out of service for something tied to your trailer? So interesting question. So kind of twofold. So here's what happens, guys. Even if it's our trailer, or let's say it's a company truck or whatnot, so you will get those points on your PSP, guys. Even if you're a company driver or you don't own the equipment. The idea behind that is that it is your responsibility to make sure that you actually do your pre-trip, and that you're not hauling anything that is not roadworthy and that has out of service break issues with that trailer or the truck. So if you take it, even though in your mind at the moment it's honorable to take it because you're trying to do the right thing, DOT will not see it like that. Uh, what you're actually doing there is, you made the decision to take that trailer, so it is on you. The dispatcher's not with you, the manager's not with you, the carrier, no representative from that carrier is in the seat with you, and so no one had a gun to your head, and they know that you took that trailer pretty much at free will. So yes, it would get you, and it's going to hit the carrier as well. So it's on your PSP for 3 years, and it'll hit the carrier for 2. Now, going back to this question, what happens in our situation internally, just like my man Ernie just commented, pre-trip the trailer. Yes, we have processes in place to completely dissolve you of responsibility of having to pay for anything, and there should be no reason, because you should be pre-tripping the trailer. like don't our trailers do come with tire inflation systems, but even in orientation we talk about that. We're like, don't just trust it, right? You got to make sure that you're checking every now and then. Sometimes those things can go a little bit haywire, and then what happens, it might be pushing 105 to the axle but not to the actual tire, and now you think everything is gravy, and because it's calibrated a little off or whatever, you're running 85 psi on your tires. So these things can happen. So get out there, do that manual check. Not just that, you're taking pictures of anything that could potentially be an issue. In the way we do it here, sending that to your dispatcher, sending it to safety before you pull out. Boom, everything is going to get addressed in a timely fashion so that we can avoid all the CSAs issues and even your PSP. So we're in it together. It's not like you're the only one getting a citation. It's not like you're the only one getting points. We are in this bad boy together, whether you like it or not. So yes, pre-trip that trailer, take tons of those pictures. We talk about that in orientation, and then that is why our orientation differs than everybody else. So what happens is it's in one day, efficient. We are going to make sure that you know exactly how to protect your business, which in turn protects ours, because we're in it together. All right, so we've got a comment. The inflation is only good to keep the tire inflation system, but you can easily have something in that tire. Yeah, for sure. And again, it is kind of a little bit of complaciveness, because it happens all the time. So usually, it it serves as a warning detective system, right? Like that's really the idea behind it. So you did your 10, bada bang, turn the truck on, light goes on, about half hour it turns off, because there's an indicator on the corner radius. So once that light goes off, so if it was on for about half an hour and then turns off, I got to tell you that while you were down doing your 10, one of the tires got uninflated to a low enough level that it has to throw air to it. So that means get out and look. A lot of guys might say, all right, light went away, green light, and I'm out, and they're not really looking or addressing the issue. So again, these tools are put onto these trailers for you to pay attention, for you to get an opportunity to catch these things before it causes even more problems. So yeah, thank you for the comment, Ernie. Definitely appreciate it. You are definitely correct. So yes, sir. And again, guys, it's all about mitigating. It's all about being protected. We were just talking about accidents before. Kind of comment. These guys are always hunting to blame the owner operators, to blame the carrier, to blame the trucker. We already know what time it is. It's not enough like to just sit here and bitch about it. We have to protect ourselves and do these things in order so we're not victims to these. Because yeah, my man got it right here. Like, got hit by a truck. These guys are going to call that 1-800 fucking injury lawyer near you, and he's right. Like everybody thinks that that's a payday, and it's not. Like it's. But again, we're in it. We understand that this business has tremendous amount of liability. So we got to do everything that we can on a daily basis to protect ourselves, because you never know when when it's your turn. And unfortunately, that's the name of the game. All right, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. And please, if you are subscribed, hit that notification so you get notified when our content comes out. All right. So what we do, again, ask your questions, because we answer them every morning. And then that's what the show is about, putting the right information in front of the right people. So if you are a first-time owner operator thinking about buying a truck, but you have questions about the industry and the process and how to do it and what things you should consider, 1-800, 1-800, look at that. This guy got me 1-800 on the lawyer. It's 863-342-5171. Give us a call. Are the insurance companies looking at the company CSA in order to quote? I'm just curious if they are looking at that. I don't necessarily know if they bring that directly up. I'd have to see if they actually have that, but I know for facts they come with a lot of with the guys that have been put out of service. So anybody out there? Mike, what's your experience? Do the insurance companies come with that CSA score directly, or how does that work? Well, here we go, man. 100%. So they come with that directly. Because again, man, these insurance guys, they know exactly where to look. As a matter of fact, they got tools that we don't have access to. Because remember, they look at VIN numbers. So, like, let's say those chameleon carriers and all of that. Like those guys are only getting away with it for the minimal time, because like what they're actually even looking at is the VIN number. So you go from one insurance policy to the other, but all those VIN numbers are exactly the same. They already know. They've been around. This is trucking. That's how those guys catch those cancellations. So they know that. I remember this one time, man. We actually hired a team drivers. Nothing popped, man. Everything was good. MVR was good. Verifications were good. PSP was good. That report, like everything that is at our hands, our disposal to ensure that the guy was good to go. Years of experience was good, man. He was running for about a week, and insurance gave us a call, and I just got notified. You know how that goes. Shit rolls downhill, and they just said, get the guy off, terminate him. He cannot be there. Okay, and they wouldn't say why. Don't know exactly why. It kind of wasn't a surprise to the driver though, because once they were running teams, the driver was like, well, if he can't stay, I can't stay. That's okay. I don't even have a choice. Like, it's not even like that's negotiable for me, because you keep him there, and then we'll get insurance cancellation, because I know the guy for like 45 minutes. It's just not going to happen. But again, I'm just letting you know what we went through. Unless I just wasn't told, but I know for a fact, like they didn't even really say why, because they don't have to. They just gave you instructions, and that was it. So they definitely have access to additional information than just we do surface level. And so yeah, so be careful out there. Things, sometimes you think something may go away and never come back and haunt you, and then you get smacked up. So guys, stay cautious out there, and be careful. All right. All right. So what do we got next? Do you cover trailer maintenance, or is it billed back to me? So again, we got a process in place already. So it never has to get billed back to you, but you just have to follow the process and do your due diligence. And it's not this over the top, crazy, confusing process. It is simple. Check this out. So whether you're a new owner operator finishing up orientation, you're going to hook up to a trailer, or you might be one of our current guys that you're actually swapping out a trailer for whatever reason. Any trailer that you are picking up, it is easy to just take pictures, make a video, 360 degrees of that trailer. I don't want to charge anybody for any damage that they did not do. And we're not going over the top, scratches and stuff like that. That's going to happen. But any kind of, now you're documenting exactly how you picked up that trailer. So if there is a hole in it, there is some kind of slash on the sidewall of the tire, or anything that can happen, we got a video. You're not going to be charged for any of that. So that's how easy that is. You just got to communicate accordingly and follow the process. We only guys will see a different outcome when they do not follow the process. So, but again, it's not a complicated process. Easy peasy. All right. Guys, make sure you like, share, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm. We would appreciate that. Keeps us motivated and keeps these videos coming out there. All right. So, all right. Another thing here, guys, it says, if you have any issues with your dispatch or accounting, can I go above them to management? Yes, you definitely have. You have availability. You have accessibility to management. You have accessibility to different resources for you to get your problem resolved. We've had people in the past. It's just we are in the people business. I've seen it. I'd be lying to you if I say I didn't. Where sometimes you got an owner operator and a dispatcher, just personalities may clash a little bit, and now it's kind of like it's a little bit of a rough ride. And it was a simple fix. You just switch them up, dispatcher with somebody who's more, personalities clash a little, rather get along a little bit better, and then it's smooth sailing and have plenty of good loads and money making for a good time. So for a long time. So that happens. You have access to that. Nothing is personal. This is about providing top notch quality business partnership with everyone. So there are processes in place. It's not that you just reach someone and somebody's going to change a process for you. That's not necessarily it. But we do understand that communication is key and transparency is key. And so it's all about communicating and talking it out. So here we go. That's you definitely have access to other individuals. But again, the processes are the processes. Just because you go up the chain doesn't mean something will change. It just means that you do have alternative ways to resolve your issues. It's not limited to just one person. All right. So owner operator is our customer. So that is our customer service to you. Open door policy. So here we go. All right. So do we view owner operators as long-term partners or just temporary trucks to fill freight needs? So we're in it for the long run. So everything for us is long-term. Just living in the now, doing these just like decisions that just last for the immediate moment and not the long run is problematic. So when we say we're looking for partnership for the long run, that comes with everything. That comes with also, the safety side. I'm not going to disconnect to get to the customer and pretend, is not going to affect us because we're in it for the long run. I'm not going to just PC to advance the load and kill our CSA score because how does that help the long run game, right? So this true partnership that we talk about with the long run comes with that. It comes with not just doing what the guy thinks is a good idea, right? In order for somebody to be here for a long time, we have to be here for a long time. So the policies and the procedures are built around that sustainability. And some guys are down with that program, and some guys are not. There's even a question there. Why do some guys quit? Yeah, some guys have quit because they just want to run rogue on their ELDs and do all that crazy shit. But at the end of the day, I owe my long-term people and our long-term vision more than that. And so I'm not going to, we can't sit here and destroy everything that all these people are trying to build so this guy could get a load off. So not going to do that. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. If you're looking for a good business partner and looking for a quality carrier, we are the place to be. 863-342-5171. Give us a call. I'd love to speak to you about the opportunity we have and how we can help you out. All right. So being on the topic that we were on about insurance. So here's one. What insurance am I required to carry for myself versus what the carrier provides? For whatever reason, a lot of first-time owner operators, when they're shopping around for that insurance, depends on who they call. That person that's picking up the phone is usually also doing sales. And then they can confuse the situation where now an individual thinks that they're actually, they're getting a quote of like $1,200-1,500 a month or even more. And then just like, man, how expensive is that? Because they're trying to get the wrong insurance. Remember, cargo liability is part of your package deal here. There is no additional cost. There's no additional weekly, monthly cost. It is part of the package. We make it easy. We make it transparent. It is already taken care of in the 25-75 split. All right. The only insurance you have to bring to the table, once again, is going to be the bobtail insurance, non-trucking liability. Same thing. Your physical damage is optional to you. We recommend you get it, or your bank, if it is a financed truck or financed equipment, they are the ones that will dictate the value of the equipment. So, and then they will put themselves as a lien holder, additionally insured, whatever they have to do. So here we go. So you want to pay attention to that. You want to be able to look at that. You want to be able to understand that. And what happens is you're going to get options here. So what we would do is anybody who's coming on, we're going to help you go get those quotes for the bobtail or a package deal, bobtail and physical damage. You can slice it in so many different ways. I've seen one insurance company hold the physical damage and the other one holds the bobtail. Some carriers don't offer one, and we walk you through that process. So if you find yourself in that situation that you're a little confused about that and what you should be getting, before you put any kind of down payments down, give us a call, 863-342-5171. I got a question, Christian. What is a CSA max point that you hire an owner operator with just for the learning process? All right, so some people do score it. I look at it a little bit different. I look at the totality of it. I'm not just black and white as far as, like, let's say somebody has a 99 and then that's it, get out of here. I think, I guess if you're out there, I think Vigilo is one of the guys that can score it for you as well. One of the things that we look at is, how long ago something was. Did he have clean inspections out of there? So even that, guys, like, right, once you have your PSP, so when you look at that, not necessarily is a totally blank PSP like super impressive, right? I mean, it kind of is, but like at the same time, like, think about it. If somebody's been trucking for 8 years, there should be clean inspections in there, right? So it is an opportunity for you to ask a few more questions, right? Now you want to make sure you're getting those verifications. Have there been any accidents? How long ago was it? Because it really is just, a PSP is going to tell you about the behavior. It's not so much a point system. Like when you get tickets, it's going to hurt because it's going to, yes. So the question is, doesn't it hurt the company if the owner operator has too many points? Yes, it does. But check this out. So for example, when you talk that extreme, and you have to find what the extreme is going to be. Every company is a little bit different. So for example, we had an individual who was let go from his present company because of a speeding ticket, right? He was made available to the industry. So now you can take that guy. So as long as you have your policies and procedures and you can bring the guy under, let's say, you bring him on under a probationary period, provided this doesn't happen. And then we had longevity with the guy over a decade of time before he even retired. So one bad day there doesn't make the guy unmarketable. However, if you're looking at that PSP and he's got a speeder every year, now you're talking about, can you get yourself in trouble? Yeah, because the guy has developed a pattern. You can see that the guy every year is getting into getting a speeding ticket. Let's say we're just using that as an example. Even if it's a warning, doesn't matter. It's happening. And now what's the probability that on that fourth year he's going to get a speeding ticket with you? Very high, very likely, right? So you have to be able to answer that, why you thought this was a good idea. Do you have a process in place to mitigate that? Whether you're stalking him on motive and, hey, stop speeding, whatever the case, whatever processes you have in order to do so. So again, I don't think it's just black and white. You got to be able to talk things out. You got to be able to see what's on what you have in front of you and view it a little bit different. So here we go. But again, a lot of guys will get caught up because, in the eyes of the insurance, like, you can have 30 years of magnificent driving, you never got a ticket, any of that, and then you get some kind of major violation, you become that. Right, it's on there, so it's they will judge you with that on there. So it is an infraction. No one is, just the 30 years of clean has some weight in there, but again, it also has to get addressed, right? You cannot just ignore that. So yeah, I would say, man, I talked about that on a couple other videos. I say people should log on and go check out your PSP. You never know what's on there. You want to make sure. Even perhaps, maybe something could get that acute off. What the procedures are on that is a little bit different. However, pay attention to that. It is your livelihood, and then there you go. And one of the biggest stories is, one of the hardest things about that PSP. So what we do is we furnish that in front of in the orientation. When people have the story behind it, Man, it's kind of difficult to really explain the scenario because like you want to believe them, but the emotional intelligence has to be very very stable and clear on this. It doesn't really matter how it happened because the only way that that gets taken off is they call DOT, tell them that story, DOT removes it. So if it's not good enough for DOT to remove it, it's not good enough for you to look the other way. It's going to affect you, right? So the play has to be a little bit different in the way you come across that. So hopefully that answers that question. All right. All right. All right, guys. I got any questions out there? Let's go. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button. Smash it for us. It helps the algorithm get this in front of the right people, um, and we have tremendous value for that. All right, so here we go. Do I got any questions out there? All right, all right. So cover a couple more questions before it's showtime for me. I got to get to my day job. So here we go. Can I book my own freight under my authority, or am I restricted to your dispatch board only? All right, so maybe there's a little confusion. So what happens is we are not a dispatch service. So what happens here is we are not a dispatch service. We all of our guys do run under our authority. So my man, if you're looking to change up, and I don't know if some guys put their DOT dormant and whatnot or on pause, and then if you're looking to run under someone else, definitely give us a call 863-342-5171. But our guys do run under our authority. All right. Do you guys work? We got another question here, guys. Do you guys work with any truck stops to work on the trailer? Ideally, what we're doing is we're avoiding that. You know what I mean? Just for the very same reason that nobody out there is really doing all their work at a TA or Petra, like or Loves. You're going to lose money. And who's even working on your equipment? So that's not the goal. The goal is to make sure that these trailers are rotating through here. So what we do is we do 90-day annual inspections on these trailers. So we get them in here, we review them top to bottom, and we're just kind of staying ahead of it. Now, that doesn't mean that shit doesn't happen and you're going to have these emergencies and so forth. But the more you mitigate that, the more you can be proactive about that. You're taking care of all of that here at home at the base, the better it is. But yeah, those situations that are emergency, it just depends on where the guy is. We're going to look for the least painful solution, most cost effective. Again, it's going to depend. Is the guy loaded? What times he got to deliver? Can I push that appointment? So there's so many factors. How far is he from that? Or is roadside my only option, depending how bad it is? Or can he pup it 2 miles into the TA? Or can our safety team actually find a shop that is a lot closer and maybe even near a delivery? So there's so many factors to there. I guess the answer is only if I have to that I have no choice. So other than that, we look for the best resolution overall. But that's a good question. All right, what else we got, guys? What else we have? All right, give me 1 second right here as I'm waiting for some more comments. All right. All right. And so, one of the questions there, I can't quite find it right now, but it did allude to can they book their own freight? And so, no, you have a dedicated dispatcher to book the loads with you. It's all about communication, coming up with the game plan, coming up with the goal. You need a goal in order to have some kind of direction. So that is everything that's important. And again, I say time and time again, they are customized situations for every owner operator, because everybody runs their business a little bit different. Home time is different for everybody. The miles that somebody could put, that could the amount of miles somebody could put down on a daily basis is going to be different for everybody. Showing up on time. Some guys could do it all the time. Some guys have issues with that. So all of these things come into place. These are all moving pieces. So there is no one silver bullet that is going to satisfy everything. What we do is, we the owner operator comes on board, dispatcher gets to know each other. So that getting to know each other, that honeymoon phase, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, something like that, maybe a little more, for it to kind of pick up, and now you start to build some trust with one another. And again, trust is completely built on actions. So now you see that the dispatcher has your back. It can even be that they cancel the load. Shit happens. Welcome to trucking. But it's how he rebounded and got you up and running and fixed. So that is everything that you have to pay attention to. And that has tremendous value. So if you're looking for a tight partnership, 863-342-5171. All right. So are you working with any dealers to get a discount on any new truck purchase? Landstar has 2,000 for a new truck. Doesn't know if that's something you might do. Oh, I can't see. So for those guys who work in, for those guys going to Aero Truck Sales out of Tampa, just mention that you are you know us. You do get I'll tell you right now, guys. I wish I can get with Lone Mountain. We've been in contact with each other. It's just obviously sometimes they need to see a little bit more volume. We're not even looking for a payday. We're looking to actually push any kind of savings along to the owner operators, just like you mentioned. So at Aero, you got to let them know, hey, my whole source is going to be Voyager Nation, and we are a Prime member for them, so we're definitely on that list, and you can actually enjoy. They extend your warranty, so there's that, and they also work with your first monthly payment. So that's a value to you. I'm trying to get the specific. All right, yeah. So they give you free 6 month, 50,000 miles. That's what it was, 50,000 miles. So you're going to get that. Number two, $1,000 prime allowance. So that's a value to you. Applies to your first payment with the truck or the trailer. So either one. And then you get $500 off of any warranty. So we're always pushing to improve an owner operator situation. So yeah, Ernie, for sure. So that's Aero Truck Sales. So if you have interest in them, and I actually think they might have a down payment match, 4,000 right now. So everything counts, everything matters, man. Like, so in that little package right there, that's over freaking $6,000 worth of perks and savings. Hey, pay attention to that, guys. Every bit matters, especially in this game called trucking, where, as we all know, it's a penny business. All right, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Always hit us up on the questions. And we have that. So, guys, also with Lone Mountain, I don't quite have that yet. I'm trying to push that. I've been in communication with them, just quite not there. However, we do have a contact, so give us a call. Sometimes you got to talk to the right person, because so here's what happens. A lot of people don't know. They may have a little bit of inventory that doesn't necessarily make online. And the reason it's not going to make online, it's because, let's say they put a truck up, they only have 3 trucks, and it doesn't make it online because they're going to get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of applications to now go through for just those 3 trucks, where they already have a pipeline of applications of people who already have applied and are kind of on a wait list for new inventory to drop and this and that, and they're looking for that. So it's so much easier for them to look for the specs, or rather to find somebody to fill that truck within that pipeline they have, than to actually put it out on inventory. So sometimes that is about who you're talking to and who you know. And you know, our guy Josue does very nice, man. He's a good dude, moves quick, moves efficient, and so it is a value to have somebody on that team that understands the sense of urgency. And sometimes is you can't even quantify that, put it on money. I know he helped one of our guys, Rafael, hooked him up with something that wasn't even on the internet, and there you go. All right. Yeah, Ernie, have your guy give us a call. We're always interested in partnerships and in developing and putting good information in front of good people. As a matter of fact, we have a few guys that live in that Ocala area. So also, if your guy wants to send us his business cards, all we do is, you know, pass them around. Hey, this guy's in the Ocala area. I'm always interested in putting in connecting people. You know, so here we go. Yeah, for sure. Ernie, have them give us a call. 863-342-5171. All right. All right. Just got in the comments. If you want to learn, uh, what insurance knows to look at, it's look up cab report. It will blow your mind away. So look up the cab report, guys. So here we go. Guys, like, share, subscribe. Please hit that bell icon. Not only that, smash that like button. It will help the algorithm and it helps us stay motivated and getting these videos out to you guys. So again, my first time owner operators, you got questions about the process, the business, how to get things done and how to get them done efficient and quickly. 863-342-5171. And for my people who are already owner operators, but just quite not happy where you are, 863-342-5171. Give us a call. All right, got Melvin in the comments. We may not all be in the same boat, but we are all in the same storm. Yeah, for sure. This is that storm. Like, we're all in it together, man. You know, definitely the one thing affects the other. That's the thing about this business, man. It's like a snowball effect. Like, one event here can just cause 2 different things over here to fall apart. And sometimes you think you settled something, you think you addressed an issue, and only to find out it's actually, you know, a little bit later on, you got another problem. And here you go. So welcome to trucking. There you go. Either love it or leave it alone, right? As they say. All right, people. So that's my show. Got to get to that day job. Please like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. Once again, it helps the algorithm. And for those who are looking for a better opportunity, again, or you want to learn about what we have to offer, it is 863-342-5171. Be safe, try safe, keep earning. We will talk to you mañana. See you guys soon. All right, guys.